Good morning, good morning. Very nice, cool, breezy, cloudy morning here in Kloof. Welcome to the next Satsang and Meditation. The good news is that finally found a place to move to, and it's just 5 kilometers from here, so it's in Padfield Park. And Tammy was asking me if it ticks all the boxes, and I said, you know what, and some more. And I've realized with this exercise that Barbara so diligently and lovingly and patiently went through with me, giving me lifts to some of the places to view. It's like the only script or thing that I had was crying, talking in my head, and Lee Carroll saying, you have this or better. And I've asked for it for the unit that I currently have. I want this or better. And it is as scarce as chicken teeth. And you really have to look under every rock. And it appeared in, I want to say, the most unexpected ways, places that I didn't think would be, then finally was it, and it's everything that I want. So and I've been telling Beryl, it's like little things that I've told Spirit. It's like, you know, it would be nice to have a pool. This heat is just too much, and it would be nice to have an aircon in the unit, and it would be nice to have uncapped Wi-Fi, and it would be nice to have this and that and everything. And so everything that I asked Spirit in my silence that it would be nice, I didn't have to compromise about anything. So it's very nice to finally have found it. And it's just another exercise in trust and faith, and it was like not being able to compromise. I know sometimes in life we have to compromise, but there's certain things, like when it feels wrong, there was just something inside of me that prevented me from signing or doing. Either I liked it and the landlord doesn't like me, or vice versa. And to go on trusting again and say, okay, so it's not that. It's been a very interesting, stressful time, but it's done. So now we can just go on. Today I drew us cards from the Psychic Tarot, and it's John Holland's deck, and I thought it feels like finally Mercury has gone direct. This Mercury retrograde has really challenged every retrograde in me, and it has to face a lot of things, and it's about communication, it's about travel, and with Bolt and Uber and everything else. So there's been lots of challenges around that. So I'm very glad that Mercury is now out of retrograde. And it feels like we're going into a new cycle, a new forward movement. And so I thought, usually I just pick 1 to 3 cards, but today I picked 5, because it feels like just that we're moving into new energies. I was telling Beryl, it felt like I've been on holiday, although it wasn't a pleasurable holiday, but it feels like work is going to start now. I just feel there was very much a pulling back of energy, withdrawing, and it just feels like a lot of forward movement now for all of us. So in the distance past, the card that I drew, and I'll share it with you on the group, is emotional withdrawal. It's a guy sitting by the sea, contemplating, meditating, and he's just totally withdrawn from the world. And one of the messages that I got yesterday as well is it's so important for us to find balance. We tend to be givers in this world, giver of our energies, giver of our advice, givers of our love, givers of help. But we have to find the balance, and it's and that's why when Satsang last week, it's just there was nothing more of me to give. It just felt like I was at my end of everything. It's just I in trying to manifest what I wanted to manifest, it just took all my energy. And sometimes we have to say, hey, I can't do this without feeling guilty, without feeling bad, without feeling whatever, because there's times that we need to withdraw, and then there's times that we engage. And it's like Ryan says, it's all about the dance. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, sometimes it's 1 step back, sometimes it feels like 6 steps back. How it felt to me is like withdraw, and just clear out and minimize again. Gave lots of stuff away so that it's easier to manifest. So there's certain times, certain things that we need to do, and we just have to listen to ourselves. Everything in our life is just to listen to ourselves, to do what is right by us. And it's like when our bodies create these ailments, and it's time for bed rest, then it's time for bed rest. If it's time, whatever we need from time to time, it's to do that. So after the emotional withdrawal, there's a sacral card, and the sacral card came up yesterday about all the readings. And sacral is about creativity and creating new ways. And it's to activate our creative juices, to see, okay, so how else can we manifest or do or create balance in our life? Because creativity helps us balance the logical mind out. So we need that to participate in some creative pursuits. And then the card that is with this one is patience. After the emotional withdrawal, a lot of patience was required for the manifestation, for the move, for the change. And it is seeds that we plant and patiently waiting for them. And it's like I was telling Beryl, it's like Sean asked me, he wanted to manifest something and it didn't happen in the first round. And I said, you know what, you just persist. You know what you want, you set your intent, and if it is a no, that's also a manifestation. It's a manifestation of what you don't want, and you've been saved from that. You've dodged the bullet. Say thank you, and know that you'll get that or better. We just always have to have that in the back of our mind. Then the third card, which is the here and now, is stand your ground. And it's a guy that's standing in his power with a staff in his hand, and he's standing firmly in the ground looking at the sun. And it's a 7 card. 7 is about spiritual. So it's knowing what we want and standing our ground, standing in our power, standing in our strength. What Barbara helped me last week was just to strengthen my connection again. Because as long as your connection is strong, then so much more can flow from it, and you can move back into peace, and you can move back into harmony, and you can move back into all kinds of things. But we manifest from a power of strength, and yeah, so the manifestation was a lot to do with standing ground. It's like where people, certain landlord said, I'm over the top and I'm asking for too much. It's yeah, they're not going to do that. Either be flexible with the dates or anything. But the last one, everything that I've asked for happens. So it's when it's right, it just happens. So just allow that. We have to stand in our power always. The next card after that one, after the year now, it's coming into where we are now, is Firm Foundation. And it's a pyramid, and there's it's a red card, so it's the physical energies, and it's a number 4. It's all about foundation, and we are building new foundations. Because as Beryl also said, it's like we're moving into the new energies, we're moving into the new earth, we're moving into the Aquarian age, we're moving into all this. But we have to go through sort of tower moments where there's a shift. Some have moved countries, some have moved places, some are still the same. But there's certain things in our life that had to change. And now we are ready to build those firm foundations for new. So new business, new adventures, new opportunities, a new way of making money, new way of making friends, having bigger circles of like mind, whatever it is. The energy is ready to build it on positive stuff. And for me, it's very important what energy the place that I stay in. And a lot of places that I went to look at, there was a lot of poverty consciousness, scarcity consciousness, fear consciousness. And it's not good to, I want to say, go into that, because then you become part of that. And it was very much look where things are thriving, because then you build the energy on thriving. So to look at what new foundations can you build to build the vessel which you want to create. Then the outcome card for us is again the throat chakra card, and it's all about this year. So standing your ground and speaking your truth, your whole truth and nothing but your truth. There's a couple of times I, for instance, I had to tell Barbara, but I actually want this, and deep down it needs to feel like this, and if I have to be honest, it has to be this. So we have to always speak that, even if it feels, I want to say, a little bit sometimes far-fetched or over the top or whatever. We have to always speak what we want, and then realize what lies are we telling ourselves so that we can't have, or that we can't manifest that. Yeah, and so that's a 5 card, which is a throat chakra, but 5 is also for transformation and change. So it's, and Mercury being in the retrograde, it affects communication, and now communication is open again. So now it's forward movement with that. Now there can be clear communication, and now contracts can come through. With Mercury retrograde, it affects contracts and stuff like that. And with the throat chakra card, it's another 5, so we've got a double 5. And that's a financial and material changes. So it's a beautiful journey of these cards, of having withdrawn, having had the patience to create, then standing your ground in your spiritual truth, building your foundations, and then speaking your truth, and gaining the financial and material changes that is right and ready for all of us. And it's a physical card, so it's physical manifestations of that. So it just feels to me like a journey in manifestation. Doesn't matter what area of your life you are in, it ought to relate. So, what do you think of the cards? Do you want to add anything to this, or any messages you got, or pictures that you saw?
Not at this.
Okay. Anybody else would like to say what they got from the cards? Does it relate? Not relate? Make sense? Not?
Can I talk?
Please.
Yeah. Now I got everything. I got definitely the manifestation. Not so much the withdrawal. I haven't really felt the need for that, but definitely the manifestation. Definitely, asking for what you want as opposed to what you think you're worth, basically.
Yes.
And that's something I think, no, that's too good for me. But actually, and you proved it this week. You stuck to your guns and you said, this is what I want. And you put it out there and you got it.
Yeah.
The only other thing I was said was I've had a lot of gratitude this week for you as well, finding the perfect place to move to, which to me was looking more and more, more and more unlikely, and I was starting to give up. And then it occurred to me to just carry on feeling grateful for the whole week. So, and grateful for all sorts of little things like finding a parking spot. It's not difficult to be grateful.
Yeah.
If you notice every little thing that mostly we just take for granted, if you try to remember to be grateful for it, then you have that attitude of gratitude. So that's what I wanted to say.
The thing that struck me about this whole week is when a stumbling block came up, we had to know, and as I said to Fiona, the healing is complete. So, all right, it came up as a stumbling block. Don't panic. It's complete. So the next thing comes up and it is correct. But the moment we let fear come in and say, oh my goodness, it's come to an end, this has come back and it's come back to worry me and all the rest. We know that when we've seen it, it is complete and we don't have to doubt it. And then the correct answer comes up. And that was the lesson to me this week, is that when we've seen a healing, no matter what you call it, a demonstration or whatever, it is so. And we don't have to take second best for it. We have to accept it and know that it's complete. So something else will come up. The same with your removal people.
Yeah.
That came up, didn't argue, oh, poor me, or whatever.
Yeah.
The healing is complete, and that's it. We don't argue with it. We accept, and the right thing comes up.
Yeah, I got quotes for the removal, and it was between 6,000 to 8,000 rand, or just 5 kilometers. I paid 6,000 from Joburg to here, so it didn't make sense to me. So Beryl said, no, you don't just manifest a half a cookie. Spirit gives you everything. So, and I wanted just a guy with a bucket and trailer to help me move my stuff, and I manifested that. But I had to ask. I asked friends, and I put it out there, and I trusted it. It's like when we get messages, or we just need to trust in the process. Ntokozo, you want to say anything?
Yes, I do.
Yes, okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
The card that dealt with communication, it really, really touched me because, as you said, Fiona, is sometimes you just need to say no when someone asks you for something. Especially, I have trouble with that when it comes to family. I don't know. I can't. I find it really hard to say no, even if it's friends as well. I really find it hard to say no. But this week, I just something just said, it's enough, you know, it's really enough. I've done it always comes up when I feel like I don't need to give, you know, it's not necessary to give. I had the same thing last year, but then we go back to habits of trying to please, trying to be everything to everyone. So that really came through for me this week. And in terms of manifestation, my son is autistic, so there's a school I've always wanted to send him to for the past 2 years, and I've been asking the spirits and the universe and God for it, and finally I was able to take him to this year. And funny enough, his dad never pays for anything, but funny enough, he's paying half of the school fees for this because it's a very expensive school. So I don't know what happened. He just decided to pay half of his school fees for this school. So that's a manifestation for me. And also, I also related to what you said, Fiona, with finding your house, like the place you're moving to. It's saying just stay to intention and state what you want. So I've been very confused because I want to buy a house, and I've been very confused. I've been seeing houses, and it just doesn't feel right. So last night when I was looking at houses, and something just said, you know, when the time is right, the universe will show you your house.
Yes.
You know, just like the one you're staying in now. You don't know how you came to stay here, but the universe made it happen. You just said it, and the universe, like everything else in your life, you say what you want, and the universe just gives it to you, even though sometimes you feel unworthy of it. But just relax, the universe will give you a house. And I just stopped looking at that moment, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the universe to give me my house.
You get a very strong feeling that this is it. And I got other feelings when I got closer to it. And I thought, okay, now this is it, but luckily it wasn't. And now I can realize why it wasn't. But you'll get the feeling, and it's like I was telling Barbara, it's like, and Beryl, it's like, I wanted the aircon, I wanted the pool, I wanted certain things, I wanted uncapped Wi-Fi. And other landlords, if you ask, does it come with uncapped Wi-Fi? What are you talking about? But there's certain things that I knew that is what I need to be able to operate. And I got everything. So it's just whatever your needs are, know that is already there. Now I told Beryl, December felt like it's already created. All I need to do is move into it. And it is. It's already set up. It's just ready for me to move in. So we just get that subtle messages that we get. It's and it's the cheerleader within us. It's just needs to positively reinforce, and it's like this crying. His words kept on repeating, this or better. And whenever it was something not better, far worse, very dirty, very ugly, very small, I would cry and cry and cry, because it's just the picture doesn't match what my belief is. And I can't believe that I'm just worth this near. And it made me very sad, but it's like you just have to consistently believe that which you want is out there and you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yes,
you were saying that you can't say no to family or friends or everything else. You've got to stop, and it's just a thought. Stop and say, do I love them more than I love me? Because you are depleting from you to give to other people. And you have to stop at some time or other and not feel guilty about saying no, because you need to give that love or whatever to yourself for a change, instead of like in a bath, you pull the plug and all the water runs out and you are left without anything. So try to give to yourself and love yourself more, so that you have to give to others.
So true. Thank you. Yes.
Also, sometimes by saying no, you're empowering them, because people can make a shift or a plan or do something, but when they know, I want to say there's the easy way out, they don't get doing because it's just a handout. But when they get that, that's no longer there, they have to look at their options, because everyone in this lifetime has options. We just have to look at which options are we going to follow and which options we're not going to follow. Do we have poverty consciousness, abundance consciousness? Where's our worth? Where's our abilities? Where do we play poor me, I'm a victim, or where do we stand in our power? And it's very much stand your ground, stand in your power energies that we are in now. It's a 7 energy, the spiritual energy. And when people do that, and when you give an opportunity for them to do that, you can actually see how things happen for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Thank
don't
you.
always have to be the savior of everyone. Sometimes it's we that need saving, and it's only us that can save us, because there's no one else to save us. So you start with yourself first, and then you see how you can help others help themselves. It's like that saying, teach a guy to fish and he can feed himself for life. Give him a fish and he can just eat 1 or 2 days. So our attitudes around it must just change.
Yes.
Feel free.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Wow. Okay. So today I picked up a little book about the activation for Ascension, because we've been ascending, and ascending is
An up and down movement.
like a yo-yo, Beryl. Yesterday I attended the wellness group online thing, and they were, one of them was a reading, and they did psychic readings for various people, and I just asked the question, is there any messages for me? And the one card was Pleiades, and I thought, I mean, how many decks has got Pleiades, Pleiadians in it? But it says there's a Pleiadian connection. Yes, there is. And then it was about transformation, and that's what I do for people. But I had to first go through my own transformation. This has been, and again, I got a message that sort of from March, I'll have this breakthrough, and there will be positive movement. So I could see that. And then there was also finding the balance between work and play. But I know, like Sharon also told me, it's like, first I go through stuff and then I help people go through stuff. So I know whatever I've gone through, I'll need to help others. But I'm now strong enough, knowing exactly how it feels, so I can really help a lot more people. So with Ascension is where we can ascend within ourselves to higher dimensions without necessarily having to die. In the previous ways, like you die, you ascend, and cool. Now you ascend while still living. You just connect to the higher dimensional, and you also said that it's as if I've gone through something to help me grow so much more. So sometimes we do choose difficult life experiences or lessons, things, but ultimately it's to shift us, to fling us, to bring out the best in us. At the time when you're going through it, for me it feels like death. It felt like a very, I felt like I'm gonna die of heart failure. Everything, it just felt so intense. But I know also I feel to the nth degree. So sometimes parts of us, or parts of our beliefs, or parts that no longer serves us need to die, so that the new can be reborn, the new can come out, the new growth can come out. And it's to see what else can I let go? What else can I let go? What else can I live without? What else can I set free? What else can I give to others so that they can benefit by it? So it was, sometimes we have to go through that purging, but it's like shackles that gets dropped so that we can rise higher. And it's to be able to connect more, because it's not our earthly attachments that makes us ascend. It's our godly attachment, our attachment to God that makes us ascend. So it's to lighten up our load, not to have this attachment, but that attachment, but also know our worth, as Beryl so many times say.
Something Jesus said, I go unto my Father because there are many mansions or something.
Yeah.
He never said any shacks or anything like that.
Holes in the ground and we need to go.
Or caves or anything. He said mansions.
Yeah.
And if we are part of Source, and if Source is our heritage, then we don't have to have anything that is other than magnificent. So we are magnificent, and everything we live in, yes, we do live in a 3D world at the moment, but we can rise higher and accept our magnificence in everything. We don't have to walk around, as I was saying, and live in shacks or live on the streets or have nothing, because our heritage is divine, and that is all. It's never half. So we just have to accept and be grateful for the all, and decide not to choose the half or the nothing. It's our choice.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I'm just sitting here listening to everything and wrestling with, on the one hand, we must ask for everything and know that we're going to get it, and not hold back and ask for exactly what we would like to receive. On the other hand, we are being given hardships to make us grow spiritually. So, and the two kind of contradict each other in my mind. What do you think?
I think the hardships is whether we accept the hardship or accept, because we have three choices. We can accept.
It's the attitude towards the hardship.
Yes, we can accept it, or we can say, thank you for showing it to me, but I refuse to accept that. I will only accept the better.
It's the stories that we tell ourselves through the hardship. And having gone through that personally, it's like, what stories do you tell yourself? Do you think it's only me, or it's only me that's going through this, or why is this happening? Or so there's something in our programming that I'm going to say keeps it alive or extends it. And it's like that little thing that you said by just changing your attitude to gratitude, and then be grateful for the parking and grateful for this and grateful for that. That changes the energy again. So we are not saved from hardships because we are ascending. It's when we go through it, it's to know that we have this spiritual support group, that we are there for one another, energetically, physically, however we can show up for one another. But it's like one thing that's always sort of in the back of my mind. Nothing is permanent. when we go through something, it's when we look at the bigger scheme of thing of our whole life, it tends to be a blip. And it's in the cards, there's a tower card. So sometimes there are these tower moments where our foundations gets rattled, old structures gets broken down and be built new. But we have to become very conscious and aware of our belief systems and what it is about that, and just stay in as positive mind as we can, or neutral, as close to gratitude as we can touch on as more times than others, and that will change it.
Okay, so then it's a question of giving thanks for the opportunity to grow,
Yes.
but continuing to ask for the things that you want to receive. Is that?
You see, one thing that I realize now with the last manifestation is a lot of the things that I got, I didn't even ask for, meaning later on it was just, can I have a place to stay, please?
Yeah.
But while I was at Erika's place, oh, it's so nice to have an aircon. Oh, it's so nice to have a swimming pool. Oh, it's so nice. I realized that spirit listens to my, oh, it's so nice. It's like as if they've been taking notes. Oh, she likes the pool. Oh, she likes the aircon. Oh, she likes this. Oh, she likes, and I kept on telling you, it was like, I wanted a landlord like Margaret was, someone that's caring, somebody that my well-being matters, and you sometimes think there's only one person like that, but there isn't. There is others, and it's like, are you allowing yourself to gravitate and magnetically attract that and be that?
Yeah.
You know, a thought that's just come is sometimes we ask for things, and that is meaning we're asking for things instead of knowing that we already have.
Yes.
It's more like, yes, instead of knowing that we already have. So we keep asking, and that's all of us, we do this. Keep asking instead of knowing that it's already there, because we have all. And it's just a matter of accepting the all.
Or waiting for it to manifest, maybe.
It's solidifying our spiritual beliefs. It's a standing ground card. Standing in your spiritual beliefs and your spiritual heritage and your spiritual truths, just solidifying that. We go through tests of time, test of faith, test of all kinds of things. But it's not to believe or fear doom and gloom. There's an end to money coming in, or there's an end to this, or there's an end to that, or there's an end to, there is no end. It's like when we look at our life, all our needs have always been taken care of. We have a roof over our head, we have food to eat, there's a continuation. There's fear programs of that. There's end and there's restrictions and there's limitation and there's scarcity and there's obstacles that can't be overcome.
It's like this week, I've been big deal all round, and then I switch on the aircon and it trips all the lights. Okay, so there's a problem. So I go to the oven and I switch the oven on and it trips all the lights. So right now it's, my good has suddenly come to an end. Do you know what It's easy to preach it to someone else.
Now you have to eat your own words.
Yes, now I have to show what I'm telling other people. So nobody's path is ever smooth. We have the potholes and the corrugations and sometimes the potholes are quite big. So we need to fill them in and move on. And so
it's very much to know what is your job and what is Spirit's job.
Oh, sorry.
And for instance, it's like I knew my job was to declutter and minimalize and just make sure that I'm taking what I need and not extra. And it was to pack and to look for a place. But to find the place was Spirit's job. To pull the strings was Spirit's job. To whisper in the landlord's ear, yes, accept it, was the Spirit's job. So there was a lot that I didn't have control over. Because I can't control how people respond to me or whatever. So I know what my job is and I know what Spirit's job is. And it's to let Spirit do its job. And it's like, sometimes we get tested to the 11th hour. I mean, this place was only found 11 days before I have to move. Stress, yes.
11th hour was.
So,
what's 11?
11 is illumination.
Yeah.
And manifestation. And my life path is 11.
Sorry, can I just come in there? Barbara.
Yeah.
I was just thinking with your manifestation, there's nothing to say that whatever it is that you're manifesting isn't on its way. I mean, it doesn't always come directly. Sometimes you have to take like a detour, and you might think you're getting the difficult things, but there's no rule to say how something is going to manifest. And that's where Fiona's patience card comes in as well. Yeah, you manifest, but you don't say how it gets done or the time frame. So yes, patience, I think, is and accepting that the universe knows what it's doing. In your mind, it might be the two don't gel together, but yeah, give it some patience and maybe just stand back a bit. And in the end, where you don't realize you're not at the end yet. So yes, in the end, give it a bit more time, and in the end, your manifestation, you'll see clearly that you needed to go the other way around to get your manifestation.
In other words, to experience the opportunities to grow.
Yes, yes, exactly. Those lovely opportunities. Yes, that's just my thoughts. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks very much.
That's why they call it growing pains. When we go through these growth spurts, it's like, and they don't call it growing pleasures. We can laugh afterwards, but when we go through it, although in the end, a couple of places that Barbara and myself we went to, it was just so atrocious that all I could do was laugh. Okay, it's like I couldn't believe how sometimes bad it can get, but it's just then you just have to laugh though, because the whole thing about spiritual journey is to lighten up. You see, okay, so we never get dropped when we have this connection with Source, and it's something that you helped me with last week. It's like just strengthen your connection to Source. When we have this connection with Source, we don't get dropped in the hot water. We don't get disowned. We don't get left behind. We don't drown.
Yeah.
It's the things that you said to me that you need to also say to yourself.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's why I said them to you.
Okay.
Because I know that.
Package them with a nice bow and an arrow and some chocolates and saying about our group. They said we can. There's so many times. I mean, I would tell Erika stuff when I'm strong, and then when I'm weak, I hear everything. And the same with Beryl. It's like when I'm strong, I can tell her certain things, and then when I'm weak, I hear it back again. And it's nice. We need that support. We need to be reminded.
Yeah.
Things that we say when we are in our power, and the things that we need to hear when we're totally in fear.
Yeah.
And I've just thought now too, what we need to do is show gratitude for this group.
Yes.
Where we can support each other through thick and thin. It doesn't matter what it is. If we need help, we are here to support each other. And for that, we need gratitude, because sometimes out there's nobody we can talk to or anything. So we need like-minded who can help each other on the way. So I am grateful for this group. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm grateful to all of you. So the little reading that I'm going to do today is Love in Action. It is up to you to decide if you want to be the seed of mortality that grows into a tree of immortality. All you have to do is to seek opportunities to act out of love and kindness and care as you go about your daily life. Seek opportunities to serve the spirit of truth in yourself and in others. Allow joy and laughter to be experienced in your being. Let go of your attachment to people and places and things. Constantly witness yourself in your thoughts, words, and deeds, and seek opportunities to heal and be healed in body, mind, and spirit. Let go of the addictions to compulsive patterns of behavior. Take every opportunity to exercise conscious choice in your thinking and in your doing. Come into your power as a self-conscious, self-determining being. Become a master of yourself now, so that you are prepared to be a master in an ascended state. Come into command of yourself now, because as commander, it will be you and you alone who will command. Breathe consciously as you go about your daily life. Allow your breath to be slow and deep, and go and feel into the center of well-being and fulfillment in your heart. Remember, everything is about feeling. Everything that we get to experience in this life has got a feeling, and it's either a feel bad feeling or a feel good feeling. And in manifestation, we need to be aligned to the feel good feelings. So to transmute the feel bad feelings, we need release. So we need to go one octave up on the emotional scale, from feel bad to feel good. So you need to just create a relief and just go to the next level and sustain that, and then go to the next level. And we drop, but that's why we are there for one another, to help pick one another up and just go one level up, one level up, one level up, until we can get to love in action in all that we do. Have the full trust and faith. We each have to get out of our head and into our heart. And it's our heads that plays games with us. It's our head that creates the trauma. It's the head that creates the obstacles. It's the head, and stuff doesn't necessarily get resolved in the head. It spirit does that. So a lot. I mean, logic would have prevented me from going to the place that I looked at, because logically it's like no, and it's impossible, and it's a month later, and it's this and that. But all logic was defined. So spirit doesn't manifest logically, and not linearly, not ABC. It finds a way. So wherever you think there's no way, there is spirit's way, and spirit's way is always the best way. And it's for us to, whenever our mind takes us on a mind trip, or is in a loop, or is going to wrong places, it's to do one of the meditations just to get you to calm again, just to bring you back into the heart. And that which is right will always just manifest.
Yeah.
Conscious breathing and acts of a selfless service and unconditional love will bring you into ascension moment by moment, day by day. Gently surrendering attachment to relationships and possessions, relinquishing judgments, jealousy, criticisms, and rigid beliefs, letting go of attitudes, trivial preoccupations, and addictions, is the process that enables you to move from mortality to immortality and the freedom of the universe. Your love is expressed in your words. It is no good saying that you care, but acting out of compassion. There are so many things that we can all be doing to help and inspire others. It is all too easy to sit in judgment of others, whilst sitting in preoccupation with our own self-interest. The universe is looking for people who demonstrate love in action. It seeks people to walk their talk. There is so much to be done. We can show our love for the earth by planting trees and clearing away the trash. We can exercise our compassion by sharing our time with lonely people instead of the television. Never in human history has there been such a need coupled with an opportunity to serve. Whatever you do it now. We are here to learn our lessons, evolve, and move on into the immensity of the universe as responsible galactic citizens and planetary guardians. But with freedom of the universe comes responsibility, non-interference, and respect of other life forms, cultures, and peaceful civilizations is expected of star travelers. But more than anything is how we live out our love that counts. I'm just going to end with it. So it's the thing that you told me, Barbara, it's about your responsibility was just to help me look for a place, to be my physical vehicle, to provide a vehicle for me to see place to place and have the patience. And there was times where it was stressful and you took me out and just a change of scenery and have a cup of coffee. And that is showing love in action. So I say thank you. I have immense gratitude for that.
And I think I can say thank you to Spirit and you for giving me the opportunity also.
So, and we will celebrate your manifestations as well.
Okay.
Because, as you said, with the last meditation, it's like we can stop asking because the order is in. They haven't misheard us or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just to trust. And with the same amount of trust and faith, I have trust and faith that your order is in as well.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Anybody want to say anything before we do the meditation? So I want you just to become comfortable. Welcome to today's meditation. I want you just to find yourself becoming comfortable. Closing your eyes, breathing in deeply and exhaling fully. With each in-breath, taking in the consciousness and awareness that's available to you now. And with each out-breath, release all that no longer serves you, in order for you to be shining lighter and lighter, brighter and brighter. And just allow these tones, these vibrations, these frequencies to go in, through and around your body as you just relax. Slow, deep breaths. Becoming more and more relaxed, more and more at ease, more and more at peace. Wherever there's been fear or tension or anxiety, or any disharmonious feelings, just breathe it out, detach, release, and let go of all of that now. Wherever there's been a preoccupation with thinking, overthinking, just stop the mental chatter. And move into the energy of no-thingness. Releasing all attachments. Feel yourself rising higher and higher in soul consciousness and awareness. And stepping into the most beautiful forest setting with lush green grass, tall, majestic trees. A river flowing through this forest. Birds of paradise singing along. Butterflies flying around. Absorb the lush greenness, the beauty, the peace and the harmony and tranquility that resides here. I want you to go and find the boulder to go and sit at by the river. Well, the river is the symbolic representation of the life force and the flow of life. There's always a constant stream. And as you sit on the boulder, looking at the stream, connecting now with the full essence and presence of Father, Mother, God, the great central sun, the source of all that is. And feeling your benevolent team of light to surrounding you. And for a moment now, all I want you to do is sit in gratitude. And I want you just to complete this sentence. I am grateful for. And I want you just to start naming all that you are grateful for in this moment. There's a North American saying that says, I'm grateful for the blessings already on its way. You can just add the blessings that I already have. Or like the river, it will flow to you. But I want you to add your gratitude and your blessings like this river to flow onto others. Sink into your heart, to be in your heart. This love in action. Sending out gratitude now for each and every experience. I'm grateful for. I am grateful for. I am grateful for. I am grateful for. I'm grateful for the love and action that I have received. I'm grateful for the love in action that I get an opportunity to show. I'm grateful for myself. What I came here to express and experience. I'm grateful for my spiritual strength. I'm grateful for speaking my spiritual truth. I'm grateful for God. Just open yourself up now to receive the blessed rays of God. And take those blessed rays into those areas of your life that you are needing it in this moment in time. Know your worthiness of receiving these blessed rays. Being a conduit through which abundance, the blessed rays of abundance flow through you. And it's now up to you to discern and decide how, where, and when you would like to show your love in action. I'm grateful for Mother Earth giving me this opportunity to live here and experience all her blessings, the fresh air, the rivers, and all that live upon her. Allow the sun within your heart to connect with the sun within the earth. And send gratitude and love to her. Allow the sun within your heart to connect with the sun, the central sun, and the great central sun. And feel the love and gratitude to Source, the source of all that is. for the ever constant flow of source energy. Being a conduit of it, making sure you're totally open to receive the maximum that you can in this now moment. And anchoring and activating that source light within each cell, atom, and molecule in the body and within this earth body. Sending this gratitude and love now along the crystalline growth of the earth to each animal, plant, bird, fish, and human. Feel the freedom that you have to create. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You can have the benefit of it. Spirit simplifies the human mind, and ego complicates. Shift to spirit. And always gratitude in your heart and your mind and your soul. Gratitude within your entire being. Feel yourself coming back down, down, down. Back into your crown chakra, back into your body, back into this now, back into this room. And I want you to visualize the most beautiful silver golden bubble of light all around you. And from the bottom of the silver golden bubble of light, see a grounding cord, any color of your choosing, which you connect to Mother Earth to. And feel her support coming back up your grounding cord and into your silver golden bubble of light. When you're ready, you may slowly rotate your hands, rotate your feet, stretch and make sure that you're properly back into your body. And when you are, you may open your eyes. And then I would love you to share what you've experienced in your meditation today. Yes, Mr. Gozo.
Yes, I really, really enjoyed this meditation. It was, I realized that I have so much to be grateful for when I went into my core. like I was grateful from the heart. I realized that so much, so much to be grateful for, and I really did enjoy this meditation, and I think I needed it to start the week, you know. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I loved the meditation. And am I muted?
Yeah, no, we can hear you.
So sorry, I'm doing it on my phone and it's difficult. Yes, it was just the meditation flowed with everything that I was actually feeling. So
Okay.
I was completely in tune with the meditation and the gratitude and the beauty of everything in this world, and I just feel so peaceful and amazing actually after that. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm very glad to hear that. Yeah, even myself, I was so surprised with the amount of things that I'm grateful for. Because if you don't sit and think, so sometimes you think, okay, but I'm grateful, but I realized that there wasn't one thing that I wasn't grateful for. Because
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because if the ugly is not there, you wouldn't appreciate the good. And it's like, I appreciate everything and everyone that did everything. It's like I can just see, because it makes me, I mean, for instance, to say, even grateful for my troubles and struggles and whatever, because I feel so closer to the ones that there is support. So I won't know of the support if I'm not placed in circumstances that I think there is no support. And it's like I've been proven wrong in all aspects. Because there's so the gratitude was just flowing and flowing and flowing, and I just realized how much grateful I am for each and everything, because it makes you just see and appreciate the bigger picture so much more.
Yeah.
Hi. Amongst many other things. When I was grateful for, then the voice said to me, but all that I have is thine. So I can be grateful for every single thing because I already have it. And the other thing that's just because it started off just gratitude for being able to be with the beings of light and be in other dimensions without any effort, just to be. And this, there's no words to explain what I'm trying to say there. I understand. You understand. I haven't words to put to it. So there's just gratitude for the unseen word. Cool. Anita.
Yes, thank you so much. There's been so much of gratitude in the satsang and meditation. And strange enough, yesterday, for some odd reason, I just thought about 2020, and I just gave thanks for the little things that I was grateful for in 2020. And one of them was, as a working mom, I was just so grateful for the flexibility of time that I had, where I could leave a little late, get home a little early. And it was just a string of little things in 2020 that I was so grateful. And to sit in today's meditation. So actually, when you spoke about gratitude, and I was like, I started gratitude yesterday. So it was just an extension of my Saturday. So it was beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, nice. I'm glad that there's a continuation. And it's also gratitude for 2021 and all that it brings us, because it is for our highest good. And I see Vanessa also said, beautiful, thanks, Fiona. Had a very peaceful experience. So that's wonderful. All righty. So I may your gratitude grow, and the love and action that you receive be so palpable this week. May you all be blessed. Lots of love.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a
Bye,
good
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.